My name is Matt Keaton. I play bass in the band Faith and Failure.
I am Chad Nash II, and I do vocals.
My name is Cole Kaluger. I play guitar in the band, do the songwriting, and it was my baby, so, I guess I'm the Lars of this band. Hopefully way more likable.
I'm Aaron, and I play lead guitar, second chair, rhythm guitar. I play guitar.
I am Chad Nash I, and my role in the band is to hit stuff and look pretty.
This all came to be, in 2020.
That was essentially Cole's back catalog of things he had been writing for the band.
So we record at Capitol House Studios. It's Nick Ingram, and we've been with him since really the beginning.
We did the 3 singles with Ingram, Sleepless, Hero, and Vampire. And
He's made us sound, I would say, 100 times better than what we actually are on stage. So.
It was really nice to be able to have the right people in there.
Met Chad, I was like, this has to be our guy.
We got a product out of it that I think, I know I'm definitely proud of. I feel like everybody else is. It's cool to kind of look back on it now. It's crazy that it's been 5 years.
All I Am, it was kind of like an introduction of me into the band.
That I think was the first song that I wrote with Matt.
That one was one of the earlier ones I remember we kind of worked on.
I had the original idea for the main guitar riff. He came over one day, and one part leads to another.
And we drew inspiration from System of a Down, again, Disturbed, Avenged Sevenfold, Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah, it came out on the EP, but it got written in 2016, 2017.
And that was one of those first few that I got to jump into and really learn.
All I Am stood out. That was a lot of different scene changes through the song. Chorus, bass, and the post-verse, whatever you want to call it.
It was really fun to start learning it. That main riff was always just kind of awesome to play.
Vocal style, I wanted to try something new.
A little bit of a departure from stuff I had normally played in the past, but I think it came together well with a lot of unique elements to it.
Not only for the band, but kind of the other sounds from other bands that were in our area at the time.
I think I was introduced to that song later on because I spent the time working on the ones that they were doing in the current lineup. So
all this stuff's coming back. It was so long ago.
Double kick part where it starts to build up gradually. But yeah, it was a challenge.
The first song that I, got to write lyrics for, it was just to kind of showcase what kind of a world we're gonna dive into, showcase a live environment, for the listener when they're listening. It feels like they're, at a rock show.
Really, Dying Eyes is probably my most favorite to play live.
I think Dying Eyes is actually my favorite on this EP, honestly.
Dying Eyes was the working track. We didn't know if we were actually going to call it that or not.
I just love the energy behind it, the riffs, the back and forth, the ups and downs.
Just how catchy the chorus is.
It's just a very groovy song.
It's one that I can play and I would say not have to think too much about, if that makes sense. There's not a lot of technical work behind it.
A lot of the stuff I write for this band now, it's mainly fiction, and I think it started with that. I wanted to do a song where it was kind of like 2 serial killers playing chess.
When we've kind of gone through spurts, we haven't played the Fields live. We usually always kept Dying Eyes in there because it does super well.
Nobody gets that from the song.
My favorite thing about it was when we were putting the song together, this was a time when Aaron and I lived really close together. And he'd come over all the time, and we were trying to kind of come up with that spoken word intro.
Cole and I were tracking weird stuff at the time. We were working on something once where we tracked slamming a book on a table and sliding it off.
We knew kind of what we wanted to create soundscape-wise, but we were more focused on getting what he was going to say and everything.
And I went on Google and just typed in Dying Eyes meaning.
I remember we demoed it out.
I guess it was actually a phrase. And I just kind of chopped that up and reworded it.
There are things in life not all are meant to know. But
and did my very poor Morgan Freeman impersonation.
And when we went into the studio, we were telling Ingram about it, and we were explaining like, hey, we want to create this creepy boiler room, you know, serial killer kind of a thing. And I was like, we got this thing that Aaron did, and I remember him listening to it, and he's like, don't take offense to this. He goes, but this is just shitty enough that it's perfect. The Fields, that was one of those ones that came together really kind of by accident.
The Fields, yep, formerly Riff Bus.
That was one I really liked from a composition standpoint.
It's fun to play too.
So the Fields is mainly about like somebody telling you to not do something.
I love the snare at the beginning. When we break into it, just the feeling of right before we hit that first note.
I got the idea to write the song from like just jamming on YouTube backing tracks.
It ties into a little bit of like my past and my failures as well.
As much as like I'm heavily influenced and the band is heavily influenced by Avenged Sevenfold, I felt like that was the first real song that you could hear that from the get-go.
It was my least favorite, as Cole likes to do. He was challenging me as a musician, a little bit out of my comfort zone.
One thing I've learned in this band is everything is Cole's fault.
But now it's a song that feels like home to play it.
On the Line, I think for a long time it was sort of my like hidden gem favorite on the EP.
The song is about, I was in like high school and getting out, and you know, everybody's like, you gotta get a job, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta be successful. And
It's in 6. Right around the solo, you kind of get that real wavy part. And you really only get that when things are in time signature 6.
I really wanted that one to be different. I wanted the bass line and the bass to kind of pop out a little bit more.
There's a saved video on one of my social media memories, and it's us just kind of live reacting to Matt do that for the first time.
Even to this day, like we never know what Matt's playing. Like every now and then he'll send me like, hey, I'm gonna try this, but it's kind of like with Chad's vocals. We don't know until we get to the studio.
Whenever I got to the verse part of it, I actually drew inspiration from Ryan Martini and that Mudvayne song Doll Boy that he does on the verse.
I remember like listening to him track down. Even Ingram was like, what the hell is this? Like, this is amazing, you know?
Just the way it pops in contrast with the rest of the song, it would be perfect to do with the bass, I said, especially for the verse parts.
yeah, and then Matt's bass line, because we were like, well, where did that come from?
On the Line, that was, I think we've kind of beaten it to death at this point, but obviously the bass part.
I really like that tune. It was fun to play. So I look forward when it gets added into the set list and playing it, and it's a lot of fun.
Leaving Behind, it was originally the first full song I ever wrote for the band.
Leave Me Behind was the first song Cole taught me from his back catalog.
The original one, I think, was more, I always like to say it was kind of more punk driven, more punk rock driven.
I took to it really quickly, and it didn't take me very long to learn and get comfortable with at all.
We had originally recorded it with a different producer.
It's almost night and day.
With Leave Me Behind, we added the floor tom punk sort of beat at the beginning.
And the way the original one was recorded, because the original one, fun fact, the first 2 songs we ever did, they were recorded in one take.
That was the first time we did gang vocals too. Six of us, whatever it was at the time, just yelling into a microphone like a bunch of idiots. But it worked, you know.
I changed the melody kind of in the chorus, but I mean, this song is like a band staple. Like, this is the song that when, you know, you get them playing, that's the one that everybody remembers from the performance. So it was a no-brainer to do it with the band. They wanted to do it, and actually when I tried out for the band, I used that song, and I already put my kind of changes on it when I was doing my audition. They knew right away that they wanted to re-record the song.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff.
It covered everything I could think of.
The band was just always something I wanted to do. Going through music school, I played like in church bands and stuff and just got my feet wet with performing and everything and did some cover bands. And in the back of my mind, I always wanted to do like a band that played original music.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this too.
I just can't believe that it's been 5 years already.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
As we got closer to like realizing that, oh, hey, this EP is going to be 5 years old.
I said, hey, we need to do an acoustic version of this song.
The real reason, when we recorded it, I just kind of always felt it lended itself really well to like an acoustic song, like an acoustic arrangement. Kind of like a lot of stuff, it just kind of sits on the back burner for a while and it just kind of exists in your own mind. Like anything else, you just have to have the inspiration. You don't want to just do something to do it because then you never really, it doesn't reach its full potential, you know. I think this song has taken on like way more of a sentimental value, just kind of like realizing how much time has passed, but it's also a celebration of not just the EP specifically, but everything that this band's been able to do.
There's an added part in the second verse, so there are some new lyrics in there. There's a lot of like fierceness to I'm angrier now.
I thought the chorus especially would translate so well to like just grabbing an acoustic, strumming some chords, you know, slow it down a little bit, and it just felt like
all the energy's there, and Ingram's like, I thought this was an acoustic song. Like this is supposed to be like chill. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's very powerful. Like the lines that I closed the original fields out with, I see dark light, such fire clenched tight. I actually sing that over the last chorus, so I do them at the same time.
You know, the song was there, right? You're not rewriting a song from scratch, but it was just like coming up with like, okay, well, we're taking this out, so what do we replace it with? We're timing it with the anniversary of it, but like, I just feel like this was kind of the time that song needed to be done.
All right, so you just did all of this, but we're gonna make you do it again. Can you give just kind of your final thoughts just on the EP, where the band's at, where you see the band going, thank the fans, all that good stuff?
It's been a lot of fun. 5 years of the EP, of course, which is crazy to think about, but for me it's even crazier because it's 10 years of the band this year in general, or at least the conception of the band. It's been a lot of fun, you know, this whole time having everybody be a part of it. You know, I owe a lot of gratitude and a lot of thanks to everybody, past, present, you know, and then everybody who's moving with us into the future. It's just kind of a cool, somewhat surreal thing to think that we've been doing it this long and we have something that's 5 years old to celebrate. It's been great, and I'm thankful for everybody who's ever listened to the music, who's watched any of the stuff we put out, come to a show, bought merch, come up and said hi, you know, asked for a picture or whatever. Very thankful, very grateful for everybody. Hopefully we'll get to meet even more amazing people, more amazing bands, and put out more music and have more things to celebrate in the time. It's been a really cool trip down memory lane and can never not be thankful enough.
Anything else? I think we're all set.
I think we're good.
Cool.
That's a wrap. You gotta put that in there.
Yeah.